and microphone, and we are live. Hello, everyone, and I am back for yet another night of stuff. Well, there's two things that I wanted to accomplish. One was to get this wreath done. I did finish it. Well, I finished the base layer last night. Now it's the time for the fun stuff. Oh, sorry, got my little scissors tangled there. So I wanted to finish up this wreath, but the other thing I wanted to do was just kind of talk to you about what will be happening next week, because I was kind of decluttering stuff, and there's some things that I probably, well, I know I'm going to want to give away. So yeah, wanted to talk a little bit about that too. But first of all, let's say hello to some people who are here. I know you guys got me 3 times this week. Aren't you tired of me? No, seriously, I do appreciate you guys spending time with me here. So let's see who is here tonight. Hello, Mr. Jim. And we got Brenda. Hi, Brenda. We got Kat F here. Hello, Kat. Claudia. Hey, Claudia. Glad that you made it here tonight. Hello, Miss Carissa. And we got Trula Hickson here. Hello from Ohio. Hello, hello, Trula. And not sure who's doing. People are talking to each other there. So hello, Miss Irish Sail Lady. Glad you made it here tonight. Actually, I know some of you probably just got done with watching tea. Yeah, so I decided to, I didn't want to interrupt her live and be disrespectful in that sense, so I waited for her to conclude hers. I know she stays on till about 8 o'clock and goes a little over, but yeah, she's my friend, so I'm not gonna disrespect her and interrupt her live like that. So, Linda Fugate is here. Hello, hello. Good day, Eric. Hello to you too, Linda. I'm sewing away. You'll keep me company. Okay, Carissa. Hey, Miss Sheila Willis. How you doing, girl? We got Darcy. Hello, Darcy. Saz. Okay. Yep, that's where I came from. Okay. Not tired yet of ya yet. Oh, thank you, Kat. Okay, so as promised, what I am going to do is I am going to finish up this wreath here. And it's the fun stuff. So it's the embellishing of everything. I do have a few ribbons to use up. There's that one. There's that one. I don't know if I'm going to use this. We'll see. I am definitely... Well, here's another ribbon. I had this ribbon for a while, so I definitely want to use that. This little guy, isn't he so cute? He's definitely going in there. Or she. Yeah, she. I can't believe I just did that on camera. And I got a ton of course, Easter eggs here. So we'll see how all of this plays out. And I also want to use up these floral bundles here. So yeah, we'll see how all of this plays out. I never pre-plan any of this whenever I'm doing a wreath. I just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. So we'll start with the ribbon here. But what is everybody up to tonight? Yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe I'll take a break tonight and go live tomorrow night. But no, I said I wanted to actually finish up this wreath, so I didn't want it hanging over my head that I need to get this done or have another work in progress. So I'm just wrapping my ribbon around this cutting board here, or cutting mat. Is that going to be big enough? Let's see. And no, that won't. Okay. So I'm going to measure this out to be, let's see, we'll go 10 inches. No, I need to go larger than that. How about 14? Is that going to be too much? Nope, that should be good. So 14 inches it is. So all I'm going to do is just fan fold all of this. And I'll let the spool drop. Now this is actually a very sheer ribbon, so we'll see how this plays out. How is everyone tonight? Did you guys have a good Saturday? I had a very productive Saturday. Yeah, he is cute. Hello, Lori Clark. Glad you joined me here tonight. And I am just finishing up this wreath here that I started a couple lives ago. Gosh, I can't believe I've been doing lives this many times in a row. Or for this many nights in a row. It's been 3 nights in a row. Wait, was I? I know I was on last night. Okay, so there's one. So there is one set of ribbons. I'm just gonna cut or make it nice here, dovetail it in. Do the other side, folding it and dovetailing that. And I got a bunch of ribbons here now. We'll open this pack. Yep. Sorry, still trying to get used to this little setup. I had to set up a little small computer. Well, I'm actually just using my tablet so I can monitor the chat. Otherwise, I'll be kind of maneuvering myself so I can see the computer screen that's way off in the distance there. So, and hopefully we won't get any of the cameras turning off, because I did find out how to make it so that the cameras don't automatically turn off. So we'll see about that tonight if they start turning off. Hopefully they won't do that. So let's fingers crossed for that. Jula Hickson asks, Eric, are you selling the wreath? I am not. Not sure what I'm gonna. I think I might just keep this one, or maybe. Then again, I don't. Actually, I'm really not sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe I will just sell it or give it away. I know certain wreath makers will make a wreath like this, and it is quite expensive. I will not lie. And Well, I'll be honest and I'll be humble by saying this, that I'm not the world's best wreath maker, because I have seen other wreaths which, like, they charge upwards of $150 and they're worth every penny. Because if you see those wreaths, oh my goodness, put me to shame. But I do enjoy making it. I mean, it is something different, rather, or it sort of breaks the monotony of quilting or sewing something. So I just enjoy making it. Whether or not um, this really isn't a money making venture for me, it's just the sheer fact of creating it. So, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm really going to do with this one. I haven't thought much of it, but I just wanted to use up these extra supplies. Kat says the only thing I did today was decide on a border, fabrics, and sew the binding together. Well, at least you got something accomplished. Gosh, I was spending my whole day just cleaning and cleaning and organizing. And ironically, now I can't find anything. I'll be darned. Okay, sorry, I'm out of camera there. So I'm just gonna fold it. And now these definitely do not have to be even. As long as they're in the ballpark, you'll be okay. Okay, and I will do the last one. Measuring it out to about there. So I will fan, or I will fold it. And let's just throw that down because I know that's going to unravel anyway. Jim Bennett says, I've been having issues and slept off and on most of the day. Okay. Well, hope you're feeling better, Jim. And Carissa says, that's progress, Kat. That's all that matters. I would definitely agree with that. Okay. Hello, Elizabeth Collins. Sorry I'm late. I was in my sewing shed working on a double dozen patterns. I'd sent photos of my practice blocks, but I don't think I can on a live stream. Okay. Well, just post it to the Facebook group if you're... Well, all right. Later on. Or when you can. I would love to see that. Okay, so that, I'm just going to throw that out, toss it out. And I'll put the scissors there for now. Okay, I'm going to do one sheer ribbon and one of each, actually. I'll just say it that way. Cut this little piece off there. I hate when I organize things too much. Can't find anything. That's Cat F. I hear you on that one, Cat. So where is the approximate middle? There it is. Scrunch it up. And I thought I had more. Okay, I will cut this in half there. And wrap the pipe cleaner around. Tie it off. Okay. And we shall squeeze it through right there. And I will tie it off. Attach it to the wreath form. We'll tie it off. And I will open the ribbons up. And it looks like a little flower at this point. There we go. And I will open that up a little more, a little better. Although this ribbon doesn't seem to have a very strong wire in it, so it's going to collapse on me, but there we go. So we'll do one on this end. That's what happens to me too, Darcy. So I just vacuum and pick up trash every couple of days. It's dark now, so Jim is wide awake. Love the plaid ribbon. Yeah, I had this plaid ribbon for quite some time. Actually, I think I got it like 2 years ago. 2 Easters ago. So I figured now's the time to use it. Okay, we're gonna find a spot here, open it up, and we shall pull this through. And we will open up the ribbon, or at least try to open it up. Kind of tease it to open up there. And of course it gets caught in with all the deco mesh that's here, but that's okay. Okay, so what was I doing today that may interest all of you? So a while back, my former, well, a friend of mine and former coworker, his mother had passed away, but before I left Los Angeles, he mentioned to me that he had a ton of his mother's crafting supplies. And so he asked if I wanted to just take it with me. So I said, sure. I mean, he was just going to give it to me for free anyway, he's not a crafter himself. I knew that his mother was a quilter, so obviously there's going to be some quilting related supplies, and he knew that I'm a quilter, so he offered for me to take all of those supplies off his hands, in which I said okay. And even though I know I was moving, um, that was going to be extra stuff to pack up. But I said, sure, I'll just take whatever you got. And so today I finally had the chance to actually go through 6 tubs of fabrics, yarn, and a whole ton of other crafting stuff. So there's no possible way that I'm going to keep all of it, because here I am trying to declutter my own stash, and um, I'm having problems of just using it all up. So what I was thinking about doing was just giving it away to some of you, whoever wants it. So here's what I am proposing on doing. Next Sunday, I'll do another live. It'll be a late night live, like similar to this, but I'm not going to be doing any kind of craft. I'm just going to be showcasing all the stuff that's going to be given away. And I thought about I thought about what is the fairest, or what is the most fair, I guess, what is the fairest way of doing this? Now, I kind of considered, well, maybe whoever's on live, we can do our normal giveaway where maybe people can guess a number if they want it, or, do like item number, whatever, and then whoever wants it calls dibs on it first. They can do that. Then I thought, that doesn't give, like, I know for some people it's late at night and, they got to work, or they have to get up early. Like, I know someone in here gets up at 5 a.m. in the morning. That's when they start their day. And being that it is a Sunday now, wouldn't be fair to them. So I thought, is there something or what would be the most fair way for me to actually give everybody an opportunity to, if they want stuff, they would get a chance to do it, even though they don't catch the live. And so here's how this is going to work. Throughout the week, I will be posting pictures of what you could or what is in the stash of what is going to be presented to give away. I might put it, or I definitely will put some Facebook posts. I'll post pictures here on the YouTube channel about it. Then come next Sunday, not tomorrow, next Sunday, I'll do a live where I'll actually show you I'll actually show you the items themselves. And I'll give it a item number. Then throughout the week, if you want a chance at winning that item number, you're going to have to email me, and we'll go into more details about how to do this. But you will send me an email with the item numbers that you want, and we'll do a random drawing on a future live. Now, you don't necessarily have to be on that live, or you don't have to be present during that live, but we will announce it, and I'm going to put a timer on it to say you have X amount of days to send me your email address. Or maybe when I haven't worked out the details yet, but I figured that would be the easiest way for me or the most equal way, the fairest way for me to do this. I don't know, what do you guys think? Or did that make total nonsense? Now, I will say some of the items, as much as I wish I could, I can't send it internationally on some of the items. There is quite a bit of, there are quite a bit of quilting patterns, though, that those things I can send internationally. But for the most part, I'll have to restrict a lot of the items because they're big and they're bulky to just US address or US mailing addresses only. So if you have friends or if you're I don't want to say out of town, if you're not within the United States, but you have friends that might enjoy whatever it is whatever it is, you can send me their address and I can send it to them on your behalf. Case in point, this past Christmas, there was a mother that had me send an ornament to her daughter, and that was the daughter's Christmas gift. So, but I haven't worked out the details on that just yet. So, yeah. But I don't know. Does that sound fair to everyone? So you'd be announcing winners on Easter Sunday? No, and that was the other thing. I know. Wait, when is Easter? Because I was contemplating that as well. And I know I can't do it. Well, I do have a live scheduled for Saturday. Maybe is that Easter Sunday? I think maybe it is. So again, when you send me the email of the list of items that you want to go for, I'll announce it. But hopefully, well, maybe we will make this a rule that on that email you just send me your mailing address and we'll announce it so that everybody can know. But whether you're on that live or not, I'll send it to you if you're the winner. So, but does that sound fair? Because I know there's a lot of people that, for example, are in Europe or again on the East Coast, and so they have to get up early, and I just want to make sure that they're part of it. And I thought that would probably be the fairest way of doing this. So Easter is the 20th. Yeah, I guess it would be Easter. Okay. So let's see. Sounds good. That's Jim. Your idea sounds great. I left so much stuff in Ohio when we moved here because we were self-packing and ran out of space. That's Linda. Okay. So again, throughout this week, I will be taking pictures of stuff. And then, of course, next Sunday, not tomorrow, but next Sunday, which is the 20th. No, today's the 12th. So the 20th. We will. Oh, wait a minute. No, if it's next Sunday, then yeah. So the 20th is when I'll showcase it. And then probably on the 27th, which is the following Sunday, that's when we'll announce who won. Okay, I think that's enough. Enough with the ribbon. Okay, so again, I haven't worked out all the details, but I mean, just seeing what other creators do, wanted to make this as fair as I possibly could because sometimes when creators do giveaways, it kind of backfires on them in a bad way. And one of the, well, you guys all know when Soya Quilting does their auction or does their de-stash sales and whatnot, sometimes I've tried to buy the fabric, but because of my internet speed or because of things that are beyond my control, I don't always win. Or in the past, I didn't win, so missed out on something that I kind of wanted. But now that I'm in Vegas, I can just go to the store, right? But surprise, surprise, they don't sell the same fabrics in the store that they do on their their live sales or their YouTube live sales. So yeah. Okay, I know this is really full, but I mean, I just have one more ribbon bundle here, so I might as well use it. Okay, whatever you decide sounds great to me. Well, thank you, Chris. Okay, so what is the things that I can kind of tell you what is going to be given away? There's a lot of patterns, definitely some fabric, a lot of thread too. And she wasn't just a quilter, she was also a crochet person. So, I mean, I must have counted like 20 of skein, I don't know, what do you call this, a skein of yarn? 20 of them, 20 of these, or in various colors. So I'm not a crochet person. I'm not a knitter either. And she's got a whole, I mean, I had a bundle, or I found a bundle of knitting needles like that, that thick, that was just tied with a rubber band. So, yeah, I don't really have any usage for that. So who am I to deprive any of you guys? So I'll be giving that away. Again, quilting patterns, needles, tons of hand thread because she was a hand quilter as well. And then, ooh, I always like putting these in the center of the ribbon. What else? What other things? Like buttons, needles, and just general crafting supplies. So, yeah. And again, I'll be posting pictures throughout the week of stuff. Now, don't worry, I did take a lot of stuff that I know I can use. And it's not items that, well, it would be costly for me to ship it, so I'm just going to keep that. But let's see, there was actually just one bolt of white fabric that I figure I can't send it because it would just be too costly. So I'm going to keep that for myself. So don't worry, there is stuff that I'm keeping for myself out of this whole stash. But yeah, the vast majority of it, it's things that I didn't necessarily need. So I just didn't want to hold on to it. And I didn't want to take it to Goodwill or some thrift store here because, well, that's just too much of a hassle to deal with their rules. And yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee that they're even going to take it. So no, I do want to use up all of these eggs, or as much as I can. So maybe I can put some of these in here too as well. So, hello, Kim. Hi, Sharon. Love the wreath. The colors are so striking. Oh, thank you. Whatever you just, oh, sorry, I read that. Jill Thomas says, hello. Hello, Jill. Glad that all of you made it here tonight. Yarn. Yes, Jim, yarn. Again, there's quite a bit of skeins of yarn that was given to me. On top of all of that, you know, they didn't know what to do with her sewing machine, so I took her sewing machine. It's a not really anything worthwhile. I mean, it's a 1980s version of Elna, or maybe it's, who knows? It could be a little bit more, maybe a 90s version or something. But it's pretty old, but it still works. And again, that's one of those things where, I mean, the shipping, for me to ship it to somebody, I mean, I would love to give that away, but for me to ship it is going to be costly. So that's one of the things that I'm going to keep. She also had a serger, in which, um, yeah, I'm going to keep that as well. Because again, for the cost of shipping it to someone, unless someone here locally in Las Vegas would like a sewing machine, or if you want to take a look at it, um, I'm not looking to make money off of any of this. And trust me, I would probably end up having to pay some of you to take some of this off of my hands. Not to say that it's bad quality, because, well, I mean, if this looks pretty brand new. So, yeah, it's this type of quality. Okay, but I have, ooh, we got the golden egg. I gotta put this in somewhere. And I'm just gonna stuff this whole wreath with a whole bunch of eggs, because, yep, this is what we got to work with. But before I start, or you know what, I didn't do any yellow. You know, I'll just stick them somewhere. And these eggs are not filled with anything, so no candy or anything. And I just got hot glue all over my fingers. Okay. Let's see, looking good, perfect color. So thank you, Sandra. Elnos are workhorses. You know, I never did use an Elna. That is all that matters about the machine. It works, yes. Claudia says, I had an Elda and loved it. Okay. Let the rabbit hold the golden egg. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Why didn't I think of that? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who was that? Chula. Thank you. Let the rabbit hold the golden egg. Yep, we will do that. And now I actually have a way of tying. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to get the attach the rabbit on there. So I'm going to put a dollop of hot glue there. Put my pipe cleaner on. Put a little bit more hot glue there. And let's see. We'll put it right on the rabbit. There. Now I have a way of tying or hiding that pipe cleaner on the rabbit. You would think I know how to operate with hot glue, but I'm getting more of it on my fingers than on the actual object. Okay. And let's see, where are we going to put this cutie? We'll put him right here. And I don't care if I'm covering up something, but he is going, or she, yeah, she will be going right there. Okay. Okay, this is definitely one of those times where I need to flip the wreath over so I can see what I'm doing on the back. We'll turn it over, and we are going to tie this or twist this down. I may need to tweak it a little bit because it probably shifted. Yep. So we're going to turn the rabbit or make adjustments there. Let's put some flowers. Wire cut it. Wire cut this bundle of flowers here. By the way, if you're wondering where I got all of this, everything that's on this wreath, including the pipe cleaners, even down to the glue sticks or the hot glue sticks, all came from the Dollar Tree. So I'm gonna kind of finagle the flower open. And I'm gonna put some hot glue on that. And just kind of stick that through. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, let me just do this. I'll just pick the flower off. And we're just gonna hot glue each of these flowers directly on from the bottom here. Oh, that came off. So I'm just gonna add a little glue right there so I can glue the calyx back on. Got that on. And we're just gonna glue this directly on to the wreath somewhere. And I tell you, I'm getting more glue on my fingers than on the actual item. Ow, I just burned my fingertip. Oh. Hey, Darcy. I want a serger, but they intimidate me greatly, and they aren't cheap. Well, I need to learn how to use the serger. Okay, and then I want to put this egg somewhere. And I'm going to cut this one shorter. And I will tuck it right there. We'll cut this one shorter. this on the edge. Great idea to have the Easter Bunny hold the golden egg. Yes, that was a great idea. The bunny looks so cute on there. You need those silicone fingertip covers from the Dollar Tree so you don't burn your fingers. Yeah, I definitely need those. Although I can't find it locally here. So I've got another egg. I can kind of stick it on the side here. Yeah. I just want to use up all of this material. Because some of this stuff I've been holding on to for years. So, and I just never got an opportunity to use it until now. All right. I do have one more one more bundle of flowers, but I'm not going to use it on this one because this is looking pretty darn full. Maybe I'll make a Easter basket or something because I also do have a whole ton of eggs, leftover plastic eggs here. I will use this though, somewhere if I can find the spot. Nope. I don't know. With all the ribbon on here, it makes it look really full. You know what? I can put an egg right here on the side, so I will do that. And I can put another egg right here. I'll do purple. No, let's do a pink one. I think this is the most eggs I ever put on a Easter wreath. We'll do another one here. Let's do the blue. How many eggs did I buy? Jeez. Well, I can never have too many eggs during Christmas. I mean, Easter, right? I'm getting my seasons mixed up. Okay. I just want to use as much of it as I possibly can. So let's do a yellow. No, we got a yellow on the other side. So let's do a, how about a pink? I can fit something right here, I think. So we'll do, ooh, orange, or this peach colored one. Put that here. Can fit one here. Maybe I will use up all the eggs. Or maybe not. Ow. Burned myself again. I'll do a yellow one here. Again, I'm just trying to use up as much of this as I can so that I'm not holding on to it for another year. Whoa. Okay, let me catch up on some comments here for a second. Need another something above the orange egg on the left side. There's a hole above the orange egg here. Yep. Well, there's this, or unless this is the orange egg that you're talking about. But I could fit a pink. Can fit that there. And throw that away. Throw that away. I have a ton of eggs also. The little ones are all grown up, so now we have to wait for grandchildren to start having the egg hunt again. That was Darcy. Carissa says, only reason I hate using hot glue is that I'm always burning myself. The bunny is so cute. The golden egg was a good idea. Yep. Much better. Okay, Kat. I do see a few more spots here. Although it's not going to be noticeable. At least I can use up the egg. We'll do a yellow. A spot right there. And there's a spot right here. I could put something. No, that's gonna fall off if I do it there because there's nothing. Actually, the wreath form. Yeah, it's not gonna hold since the wreath form is not under that. So I think this will be it. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'll do that. Just so that the flower will stay open, and I can do that also to this one. Oh, what do you know? That came out. Okay. Out that goes. And in goes the peach egg. Or this orangey peach colored egg. That'll hold it open. Okay, and I think that's gonna do it. I should have brought my turntable so I can actually turn this much easier. So let's see about this. Whoops. What do you guys think? The camera image looks a little weird, but it'll do for now. I'll have to check the settings on that, but this is the final wreath. My face does not come with it, no. But yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. Then with the rest of these, I'll think of something to make with it. Easter is still a bit of time away, so I got time to use it up. Okay. Hello, Miss Rhonda. Call it done? Yeah, I think it's done now, Jim. Well, you know me. I like to over-embellish stuff. So, yeah. Very good. Thank you, Trula. Thank you, Irish Sail Lady. Thank you, Darcy. Yeah, so I think it's done. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, and quite honestly, well, let's do this. Let me turn this on for a second. And yeah, we're gonna open this. So if you type in !Raffle, we're gonna just do a random giveaway for this because honestly, I don't know what I would do with it. I was kind of thinking about this, and I definitely don't want to keep it. So yeah, the whole point to making this wreath was to use up the supplies, and that now that I have, I don't know what to do with this. So let's see. If you want this wreath, it's !Raffle, and we'll let the system actually choose a random winner. And now we can see who has been hiding out in the woodworks. Okay, so hello, Miss Mary Jane. Hello, Sue. Okay. Now, I do have a big hole right there behind me. And I picked up this. Okay, did you know, like, Peeps now comes in different flavors. So this is a, what flavor is this? Well, I just like the color, the blue color, but they had a Dr. Pepper flavored one at the Dollar Tree. They had your usual colors, the blue, the pink, the yellow. I don't know if those are flavored, but I thought it was so interesting that they had a Dr. Pepper flavored one and they had a Coca-Cola flavored one. So that was interesting. These are probably make something out of this or out of these with the extra supplies. I'll just do that off camera. Maybe I'll take it to the office. The sign. Yeah. I will keep this for next year. And I was planning on using it on this wreath, but yeah, I'll have to plan better when I make the wreath next time around. And we got the little other basket or other cardboard box thing here, gift box. So now, next time you see me live, there'll be something else over there. So, yeah. And the chocolate bunny, of course. Now, this I'm not going to give away because this I'm going to eat it. Okay. And Jim Bennett says, we always try the new flavors. Irish Show Lady says, I love the peeps that are dipped in chocolate. Oh, I've never seen that. That must taste like, well, you don't have the graham cracker, but marshmallow and chocolate. Yep. I shouldn't be eating this because of the sugar, but took a long walk today, so I think I deserve it. Hello, Sue. Good to see you more on YouTube Live. Well, thank you. I figure since I started the wreath on a YouTube Live, even though I was just testing camera equipment, I might as well finish it. So, yeah. They've had flavors for years? Really? I didn't know that. So that's Chris saying they've had flavors for years. Watermelon is gross, whereas the cotton candy flavor is good. Ooh, okay. Rhonda Barlow says, it's cute. I don't do Easter. Me either. But I'm a crafter, so I will craft for the occasion. Katrina McIntyre says, happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too. That shelf needs filling for sure. Yep. I think I have something in mind of what I want to do. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. Actually, I'm going to probably decorate it tonight since I brought all the stuff out. Okay, so we're going to let the raffle go for about another 5 minutes or so. Let's just talk to each other. How is everybody tonight? Actually, I don't think I asked this tonight. What is everybody working on so late? Or is this your normal quilting time? Let's see, tomorrow. Okay, rest assured tomorrow I will not do a live because three nights in a row I think is enough. And I know you guys are tired of me. But tomorrow I am, let's see, I do have to put in a couple of hours at work or work on something. Then all afternoon I'll probably be out gallivanting around. So who knows what mischief I can cause. Okay, Carissa says she's working on a round robin and she keeps changing what she wants to do. Mary Jane Ellinger is working on a jigsaw puzzle. And Chris says, I'm always up. Okay. Jim Bennett is knitting. Well, Jim, you might be interested in some of these skeins that I got. And Trula says she is working on a wreath quilt block. Okay. Lori Clark says, I'm having a drink. Just finished my oldest Work in progress today. Phew! Congratulations, Lori. Chris says I'm just usually hiding in the bushes. Well, glad you came out. Yay, Lori. How long of a wit was it? Worked on some more of Twisted Log Cabin blocks. That's the Irish sail lady. Are you doing it with Donna? Let's see. Darcy says, right now I am laying in bed with my kitty. Oh, is she purring? And Cat F is working on her party mix. Marla Pavlzik is in bed on East Coast time. It's 12:40 a.m. Whoa, okay. Rhonda Barlow's asking, do you knit or crochet? I do not. But this person that my coworker's mother, she was an avid knitter and crocheter, so there's a lot of these if I can grab it, there's a lot of these skeins of yarn that were given to me, but I don't have much of a use for it. So again, I'll be giving these away to one of you. Let's see. I can use sock needles. I don't know what exactly sock needles are, but I'll bet you she had a pair of them. You know what's so weird? Well, maybe if you're a crochet or knitter, this might not seem so weird to you, but she had a package of bamboo skewers in which I kind of think that she might have been using that in one of her crochet projects or knitting projects. I don't know. But that was something I kind of tossed out because let's just say it wasn't the cleanest looking thing. So yeah, I am going through all of this, and then if I kind of feel like this is really totally unusable, it's chucked out. But some of it still is usable. There's actually thread, and again there's yarn, serger thread, hand quilting thread, and I tested it out. It's still, it's still usable. I mean, it's pretty strong, so it didn't break on me when I tugged on it, and I tugged pretty hard too. So yeah. And Chris says, Eric, when you're ready to use that serger, I can help. Well, help. What everybody tells me is to thread the serger is very, very difficult. But once you get over that, to use it is quite simple. And it looks simple too. I mean, of course, any good sewer, quilter, crafter will make anything look simple, right? So I'm just looking at my sewing machine. Okay, that's Katrina. I have pretty... Oh, okay, so that's Carissa talking to somebody. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up first, but before I do, of course, we're gonna end this and we're gonna pick a winner. Well. Carissa, congratulations, you got another wreath. Now, it's up to you. Do you want to keep it, or would you rather gift it to someone? If you let me know, I can send it directly to them if you have an address, because I know you've gotten another wreath from me. But congratulations, Carissa. Or if you want to give it up and sacrifice it, we can run this whole thing again. Yep. I also have rainbow acrylic needles. Oh, didn't know they make those. Key to threading a serger is doing it in the proper order for that particular machine. Well, good thing good thing my friend kept the instructions, because the manual is still, I mean, he kept the manual, so hopefully it'll have the instructions on how to thread it properly. Okay, I say go ahead and gift it to someone else. That is Carissa. Okay, so let me do this again. Giveaway. Let's see. We'll reset this. And we're going to do this for 7 minutes. We'll open it again. So if you want a chance to get this wreath, it's !Raffle. And as soon as I see everyone that wants to enter in, but this time it's only for 7 minutes, and after that it's gonna pick a winner. So yeah. Okay. But what is everybody's plans for tomorrow? I know for some of you it's already late, so but yeah, I do have to put in a couple of hours of work tomorrow. Not looking forward to that. Let's see. Sorry. This chocolate is good. My goodness. I know it's bad of me snacking on something while I'm on live. So don't forget, for those of you that came in late, again, I do have a bunch of these crafting supplies and sewing supplies that was gifted to me by a friend, a former coworker, whose mother was an avid quilter, crafter, crocheter, knitter, the whole nine. And so he gave me a lot of yarn and a lot of just general crafting supplies, as well as quilting supplies. So there's patterns, there's of course some fabric. Might not be everybody's taste in fabric, but I'm gonna just put it out there. Throughout the coming week, I will be posting pictures of stuff that I'm gonna be giving away, because a lot of these things are just things that I don't have any use for. And before I take it to someplace like Goodwill or Salvation Army or some other thrift store, I figure I'd let you guys have dibs at it first, because I know it'll get used. So next Sunday, I will do another live, a late night live, such as like this one, in which I'll be kind of giving you up close looks at what I'm giving away. And you'll be able to write down, or I'll give it like a number. You'll be able to write down that number. You'll email me all the items that you wish to have. And you will also be emailing me your mailing address, so that if in case you do win, and I'll send it directly to you. The following Sunday, we will be announcing who won the items. So even if you're not on that particular Sunday, or even if you catch the live on the replay next Sunday, you'll be able to, try and enter or try and win some of these things. So I'm doing it this way because I kind of feel like this is the most fair way for me to do it, because it just seems unfair how sometimes creators will do giveaways, and it's doesn't always, or it sort of backfires onto them, because somebody always misses out. So fair warning now, if you're catching this on the replay, yeah, just be ready to enter in if there is something that you want. Let's see. Chris says, my plan is to use my embroidery machine as a long arm. And Marla says, I hope to have a sew day. Just came home from retreat. Need to finish quilts. Okay. And Kat says she's planning to finish the binding on 2 quilts tomorrow. I say it's okay for you to eat on the line. Okay, well, thank you, Miranda. I was actually criticized once because someone told me it is very rude to drink. I mean, this is just water, but they told me it was very rude to be drinking even water on a live. I just say, I just politely said thank you for your concern or thank you for your comment. Not that they were really concerned. What I really wanted to say was, but I'm better than that. So I said, okay, thank you for mentioning that. And here I am eating chocolate and drinking water at the same time. Okay, it screams Easter for sure. Yeah. Okay. Right now my sewing room is full of stuff because we are redoing the bathroom. That was Darcy. Well, Darcy, I wish you the best with that because I know how inconvenient that can be. Lori Clark says, cross-stitch stuff, I'd pay postage. I didn't notice any cross-stitch things in there. Oh, there is some floss tube. I think it's called floss tube. It's that really, I think you can do embroidery with it. Is that floss tube? Yeah, I think it's called floss tube. There is some of that in there. I don't know. I'll have to see what the quality of it is. But that could be up for grabs. And Chris says, I've been making practice quilts to try out the process. I have 2 big quilts ready if and when it works. Okay. So she's talking about using her embroidery machine to do the quilting on these quilts. Carissa says, I have an 8-foot long arm frame, but I don't want to give up using my Juki to put it on there. And Carissa says, there will always be critics. Yeah. Sad to say there always will be critics, yes. I think you can do what you want. It's their choice to watch you. Well, thank you, Darcy. Must hydrate. Yeah. When you're the person on, you don't realize how much talking you have to do to entertain people just so that they can, or just so that they don't get bored. And you're talking all the time, so your mouth will get dry. Okay, so we are gonna, oh, it timed out, so here goes. Let's pick a winner. And congratulations, Miss Irish Sail Lady. Are you still here? I'm hoping that you are. My other sewing machine is here. Oh, my other sewing machine in here is a Bernina with a 5.5-inch harp, so it's so small. Yeah. Okay, Miss Irish Sail Lady, congratulations. And she's already got a spot picked up in her office, ready for a wreath. So what if you could send me an email Let me type it in here. So if you can send me an email with your mailing address, or if you're, well, since you're putting it up in your office, if you want me to send it directly to your office, if it's other than your home, just send me an email with the mailing address to where you want me to send this wreath. And congratulations, because it's yours. But again, my face doesn't come with it. All right, guys, that will be it for tonight. Truly want to thank you guys for joining me these past 3 days. I know some of you have been here on each and every single one of these lives, so I appreciate that. Again, congratulations to the Irish Sail Lady. I will be sending the wreath to you shortly. Hopefully, it'll get to you before Easter. And again, be looking out for the posts of some of the things that I'll be giving away next Sunday. So, yeah. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great Sunday. And until I see you again, let's all get out there. Let's all create something. So, bye for now. Oh, where is the button? There it is. Okay. Yeah, got it.